Days Gone. I think Days Gone was the best zombie open world game or zombie game of the last generation. And I'm annoyed that it took me to the start of the pandemic to play the bloody thing. Admittedly, didn't release very well because of the bugs, this, that, and the other. The PlayStation 4 version of it was good. The PlayStation 5 version is better because the hardware there supports it so much better. You get a beautiful 60 frames a second, 40K, and it is good. It's entertaining. The story with the Nero guys, how the zombies are changing, and how they've kind of some of them are remembering. So you follow the Nero guys, and they're like astonished because they found a dead. What do they call them? They don't call them zombies. They call them the infected, the hooligan virus ones. Not creepers, like stalkers or whatever it is. Has come back home, yeah, whilst infected, got dressed, put on their wedding ring, and walked out the fucking door. And everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And when you hear this in the story, it's like, "Shit, they're evolving. There's something's causing them to change because the virus, the hooligan virus, acts as like the inverse of cancer." Where cancer would eat you, the hooligan virus helps you build muscle mass and stuff. So you have these breakers in there, like big buff dudes who can smash things. You have the dog runner things, which are like infected wolves. You have the ragers, which are the infected bears. Done really well. I put one guy on it at work. He's still playing it now, 4 months down the line from when he first started playing it because he loves it that much. He's trying to platinum it. I think he's gone through it normally, and he's gone through it now on like super difficult mode with Game Plus and everything. I found it really good. It's weird because it did start slow, and then they started layering in the characters and bits, and it got better and better and better as you went along. And then I hear, "Oh, we're remaking The Last of Us," which nobody wants because we've already got a remake. And they're going, "No, we're not going to do Days Gone 2. Piss off. Piss right off, Sony. What are you doing? Seriously, go to Bend and say to him, "Look, whoever managed you, we're going to put a manager alongside him so you can get shit done." That's it. Because I know what it was, but the Days Gone overran by about 2.5 years. But Sony did ask them to change it. They changed it from like this kind of fixed kind of gameplay to an open world, which was like, Christ, we're not ready for an open world. And we used the Unreal Engine, and that wasn't ready for an open world. But they managed to get it done. And when you get attacked by like a couple of hundred zombies, you're like shitting your pants. The mill scene in it, yeah, where you get attacked in the mill and there are 1,500 everywhere, and you can set off log traps and put explosive barrels down and throw Molotov cocktails and napalm-ish cocktails at them, and you're running up the side of the hill and you are crapping your pants because there's like fucking 100 after you. Yeah, it feels like The Walking Dead should be, if that makes any sense. And I love this game. This game is great, and I'm so pissed off. I'm hoping this is not the case. I'm really hoping it's not the case and they haven't cancelled it. But again, it comes in the Bloomberg leaks, so waiting for other ones. I know that Sony Bend, maybe they have to do something because I know they've shut down a good chunk of Sony Japan. I don't know what they're thinking at the moment. More is better sometimes, and this is a case of more is better. Anyway, I'll let you guys talk now.
Well, yeah, I was reading this, and it could be that they shut the idea down of Days Gone 2 because maybe the pitch was just shit. The story that they thought about doing for Days Gone 2 just wouldn't cut the mustard, wasn't a good enough pitch, etc. So I just think it could be that. And I hope it's that.
I don't think it's that because you can pitch a really good game off the back end of that first one. That had a great story. Seriously, it had a really good story. We lost Keith, by the way, so oops.
It looked like he was about to talk as well.
Yeah, it did look like he was about to talk.
Beautiful.
But I think even if it was terrible, I would sit there and go, you know what? If you've seen this, there's a video on YouTube where they go, it's like 21 insane details that are in Days Gone. Yeah, and it shows things like kind of you ride through the tires, your bike stays muddy for a while until you go through water, or it dries out. And then the thing with the trigger discipline, if you watch the guy's hand when he's walking around the gun, he's got his finger on the trigger like that, so it's not sorry, it's against the side of the gun like that, so he's not on the trigger. His pupils dilate in light. The details are fucking mad what they put into it. They did a really good job. I think that Sony should have just sent some guy down there to say, right, we're going to manage you this way because you're taking too fucking long. Do you know what I mean?
You got me to download that game, and I got it on the PS5, and I do like it. I haven't played it too much because I had too many games to play, and I played the first hour and a half, something like that, where I think I got to somebody's camp who had nicked my bike and basically demolished the bike, and he gave me this shit heap to use. So I got just a bit further than that, and I want to go back to it because so far, although it is a bit slow, I'm sure it'll pick up.
Oh, it does. It escalates. It escalates. It starts off and it seems really boring, and then just little bits pop in. It's like the bit that got me when I was playing it, which was the hook, was I was riding along towards this town, yeah, and all of a sudden a fucking helicopter flies overhead. Right now, in The Walking Dead second series or third series, a helicopter flies overhead and they do nothing about it. In this, your guy sees a helicopter and goes, fuck it, and chases after the bloody thing. He then parks up nearby and then follows the people around to try and find out what the fuck is going on. Which was that was the bit that hooked me, because that's what I want to do, and that's what I would do in that situation. They wrote it in, they did it, fantastic. Chef's kiss. Right. But yeah, it's a great. You need to play more of it. You trust me, it will start grabbing you after a while.
I will do. I will be playing that a little bit more. If they do make a Days Gone 2, and I hope they do, then I would take the resource away from the nonsense that is the remake of The Last of Us remake, which has already been remade, and put it into Days Gone 2, come up with a proper story to follow on from the end of the last one. Simples.
And that will lead into our next story.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.